All right, I'm here with Ben Shwartz, new driver for Sears. He's piloting the Saturn Sky. I guess it's the first Sky ever, right, in the Drift series?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know of another Sky or another Saturn that's out there except for, Solstice, but I'm not worried about that guy.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to and what you've been doing?
Wow, it's been a rough 3 months or so, non-stop working on this car. We got it fresh, straight off the dealership. Had very little time to, do what we wanted to do and before the first event. So, we didn't make Long Beach. So, well, we're gonna be there for Atlanta. Still doing last-minute things that we didn't have time to do, but
awesome. I heard you only got 20 minutes so far into this car driving.
Yeah, we had a short practice session, about 20 minutes or so, broken down to about 3-4 minute runs each. And
how'd it feel?
Well, as far as the power is awesome. It's insane with this LS2 motor here.
So that's what you got?
Yeah, LS2. It's basically a stock motor, stock internals. It even has stock exhaust manifold on it, and still making around 400 wheel horsepower. So. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm not used to this power and torque.
Is it pretty crazy with having that much power in such a small car?
Yeah, the car does have a shorter wheelbase than the car that I'm used to driving, S13, S14. But I think the biggest thing that feels different for me is the position of the seat is so close to the rear wheel. So
let's check that out.
When the car transfers, I'm more in it almost feels like I'm in the trunk when I'm driving.
Really? I mean, because how tall are you? You're 6'3"?
6'3", in a really small car, so it's not fun to get in and out of, that's for sure. And as you can see, the driver's seat is as low on the ground as it can go and as far back as it can
It's actually on the ground.
Yeah, it's literally on the ground, and I made the seat mounts around that. So I literally put the seat on the floor and then made the seat mounts to fit. So yeah, it's on the ground, and even the seat cushioning is pulled out. So
right. So with that much adjustment, I mean, does it still give you enough room?
Yeah, there's enough room. It's actually pretty perfect the way it is now, that far back and that low. So we had to modify the steering column to fit for where I sat in the seat. So we had to pretty much get rid of the entire steering column, and we made our own.
So the interior is more custom than the engine right now?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty much everything on this car is pretty much custom, because it's such a new car, and this isn't really a car that a lot of people tune, so there's no parts out there for it.
Okay.
So yeah, so everything is pretty much stuff that we made here.
Like a lot of R&D on your end?
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Prototyping?
Yeah.
I like your shift.
Oh yeah.
Your shifter. Is this like your signature?
Well, I don't know. It was just we had metal bar that was just kind of in there temporarily, and I think Gary was like, "Hey, let's make a sword." So I just started chopping away and grinding, and just kind of made a handle and just kind of sharpened it up a little bit to make it look like a sword. Just out of the blue one day, just got bored.
That's awesome. You should sell those.
Yeah.
I bet you'd make a killing. So, what about your sponsors? How's that been? So you got the hat on. Sears is all over the car.
Got the Sears hat on. It was pretty crazy. Last year I was with Rockstar, so I was away from Falcon for a year, and then I got a call from Mickey Andre from Falcon asking me if I wanted to drive the Falcon Tire Sears Auto Center Sky. So of course I couldn't turn it down, and I mean it's a huge deal. Sears is a really big company, and hopefully they'll come back next year.
And you've been getting a lot of help from Peak Performance as well, huh?
Yeah, we're in their building, so we get a lot of help from them, whatever we need with parts and whatnot, so they help out a lot.
Awesome. So how are you feeling about going into this year, going into round 2 in Atlanta? So you're going to be competing in this car and that. How are you feeling about, so far what you've experienced with the car and, what's to come?
Well, we're about to have another test day in a couple days, and which I really need. Like I said, I had about 20 minutes in the car, and the time that I was driving, it was really tail happy. Didn't have a lot of angle. You know, of course, with this power and torque, it just whips this little car around pretty fast. So
it's the same wheelbase as like Reese's car, right?
Yeah.
The Solstice.
Yeah.
So have you guys done anything actually to compensate?
We're not completely done with the suspension. You know, Reese has about a year head start on us as far as, you know, all of the suspension arms and everything. Like pretty much everything you see here, you will not see on Reese's car. It's completely different. Everything's cut out. Everything's totally different. So, but yeah, right now we're still running all stock suspension parts. Like I say, you know, this is another thing that we don't have time to really get into before Atlanta, but eventually everything will come together, and hopefully the suspension wise will be good to go.
Well, they say it's 70% driver, 30% car, so we're looking forward to seeing how well you do on the track, and I wish you luck.
All right, thank you.